I've actually had this conversation pretty often, but I've decided that there's only one Pokemon that I can think of that becomes actually more cute when it evolves. And that Pokemon is Furret. So Sentret to Furret. Furret is definitely cuter than Sentret. Somebody once told me, hey, what about Sylveon? And the difference here is that Sylveon becomes more beautiful. So we're not talking about more cool, more awesome, more skilled, or in this case, more pretty, beautiful, whatever. But with that beauty comes a deadliness in Pokemon Unite, man. So this is going to be our first time using it, ladies and gentlemen. I should specify this match has already been played, so I actually know kind of commentating over it right now what's going to happen, but I'm going to try to leave it up like it's a mystery for you guys. But man, I did definitely enjoy Sylveon. So definitely, if you enjoy having kind of life-stealing powers, that's one thing about Sylveon that I liked. Of course, as Eevee right now, we did go with Swift as kind of the first attack. You know, Baby Doll Eyes, Swift are your two options to choose from. And so right off the bat, going up against these A-Palms and things like that, Swift was good. You can hit like the two A-Palms if you're going that top lane. You know how there's two A-Palms kind of at the end right there? I'm always looking for a move that can kind of hit both of them at once. So ladies and gentlemen, this Alolan Vulpix getting in trouble, and yes, it is KO'd right there. I'm not going to pursue right at this second, and obviously going to have my little joystick glitch thing. I think I talked about that in the Mamoswine episode, actually, so maybe go over there if you want to see or hear about that. But anyway, that caused me to miss my Baby Doll Eyes. Don't you guys want to see these eyes? I'm talking to Papa Smurf here, the Squirtle. And so I believe our jungler, of course, was Absol. Could make some plays with that, but finally we get to pick our first evolved move here as Sylveon, so I'm going to go Mystical Fire, ladies and gentlemen. Love this attack, man. I did see that my opponent actually goes the opposite. I believe that would be Hyper Voice, if I recall that correctly. This is our first time kind of playing with this. I haven't played any matches with Sylveon since then, but I hope to, just to learn some more ins and outs and everything. And we'll obviously get a spectator match going on, too. We got some other things in the pipeline, obviously, for this channel, but you guys can see our Absol has now rotated up to kind of help us out here in a little bit of danger, but let's go ahead and see. He is going to survive out of that, of course. Here's our Sylveon opponent. Let's try out our Mystical Fire. Dude, it's amazing because not only do you dash forward, but you're going to get those 4 flames all around you, and essentially almost at melee range, they'll fire off, dude. It's absolutely incredible. So look at this, you guys. Disgusting. We're not only going to take out that A-Palm that this Squirtle was trying to get, or Wartortle, we should say, but also do a little bit of damage here, set up something nice, and then boom. Yeah, you thought you were going to get away, son? Dude. Okay, and so we are running Score Shield, which is nice. Seems to be working out pretty good. You know, I haven't determined all the best items and stuff for Sylveon, being that this was my first match, but we did run a pretty good set right here, having Muscle Band, having the Score Shield, but I also was running Shell Bell. I could see maybe a few different combinations. You know, I think having your Choice Specs or Wise Glasses maybe, but a Buddy Barrier, I think Buddy Barrier would be pretty killer here. And I mean, Sylveon kind of has this now with Draining Kiss is what I was going to say, is, you know, having this life-stealing power, which also comes with its Unite move. We'll see that in a little bit. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but to go along with that, you know, maybe a Buddy Barrier would be nice. Not only be helping out your allies that are near you, but why not give you that shield and everything, right? All the benefits of Buddy Barrier. Looks like this Alolan Ninetale's going to be taken out, so let's see if we can avenge you, Alolan. Yeah, here we go. Except I'm getting a little bit overzealous. You know, we can see that Wartortle also here to help him out. And so how dare you attack my Sylveon like this, you guys? I'm going to go ahead and save that berry because yes, we are going to take out that Sylveon. It's Sylveon on Sylveon with the help of their Wartortle, man. Luckily, I've got my goal right here, so can get a little bit of benefit from that. Of course, as we continue the fight, we've deviated just a bit, but was going to pursue it. Looks like Wartortle going to get away, and I was actually lucky right there. I did not rotate down. Normally, I would have, you know, go for that Dreadnought and everything. I just saw these opportunities, and I was still learning Sylveon, so I thought, you know what? Let's just go ahead, pursue this battle right here. Maybe sway things for Rotom, who knows? But luckily, the rest of my team did have it handled and everything. I know I'm being kind of a bad ally, probably. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. So let's go ahead. You can obviously use your Mystical Fire to dash like towards the opponent or away from the opponent if you want to try to do an escape. But my friends, that Fairy Frolic right here, the Unite move. Good thing about it, you know, in a similar fashion to Eldegoss, you're gonna be invincible while you're flying up overhead. It's a lot shorter than Eldegoss, of course, for if you want to be like in flight. You know, that jump doesn't last too long. But Sylveon, she jumps up, gonna do damage upon landing, but also it is gonna be like some healing upon landing, as well as you heal basically with each hit. So every time you're hitting an opponent after that, while the Unite move's effects are still lasting, you can get some life back from it. Oh gosh, I actually will be honest, I didn't even see the Greninja there. I can remember this moment exactly, and still watching it back, I still didn't even remember the Greninja being right there. So that really wasn't good for the rest of our team, if our chances to get Rotom at least. Again, we were doing okay, and we're positioned really well. You can see the goals. Obviously, we're winning majorly by goals and map control. It's just one of those things. I'm trying not to make any bad plays, right? But I'm human, right? I'm gonna make some mistakes. Okay, so me and Absol are gonna go ahead, try to defend from this Rotom because nothing is super pressing at the moment. You know, you don't want to like completely only defend Rotom at all costs. For example, you know, what if something major was happening by the goals, bottom, top, whatever? Maybe tend to that and just hope for the best. But here we go. I mean, Venusaur is definitely a Pokemon that can stack up right now to Sylveon, as I've discovered in my short amount of time. Again, I would say most of what's going on in this commentary, don't like obviously take it as the extreme gospel or anything. This is just what I've discovered in one match, and that's why we title these first impressions. You know, these are all just the first impressions, first time playing with the Pokemon, and we do this whenever they introduce a new one. So, for instance, we were here for Mamoswine, but let's go ahead, finally rotate like a good ally for the Dreadnought. I'm gonna do it right this time, you guys. And so, again, it's just not only the bulk of Venusaur, but having that pedal dance, man, it's a beast. But here we go. I know that I had to have contributed to that, but that was definitely a team effort right there, wiping the floor with everybody. Before I can even get to it, they're gonna take down that Dreadnought. That's okay, though. I'm still here, dealing that damage. Oh, what, you thought? You thought? Okay, so we can't pursue Machoke exactly. It's okay, we're gonna get this. I'm thinking that my team is gonna back me up, so I'm gonna go ahead and just dash on in with that Mystical Fire. Good initiator. Allows Sylveon to initiate the fights, and we're gonna go ahead and Unite move once again. Hard to sound tough with it, but what? How you like that Fairy Frolic, son? So we're gonna go ahead and break that bottom goal as well, and clear out any of the opponents, man. That was very good. Just wonderful right here. A lot of, you know, 50s, 40s, whatever we were scoring. Great. So I'm going to try to sneak by undetected right here and take out some of their farm, but I can see, of course, Machoke is going out for that goal. Let's try to pursue. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to catch up to him, obviously. Machoke has some moves that could outspeed us, and he also definitely deposited just a small little goal right there. One, but it was to evolve, so actually good on the Machoke. Until this happens, can we catch you off guard? Yes, we can. Blastoise going to take my kill. I feel like this has already happened several times this game, but it's okay, as long as I can be doing damage, contributing to this. Yeesh, you see, this is what I'm talking about with Venusaur. We did have that close right there. Blastoise did have to come clean it up, and unfortunately I did lose my life. How dare you, Orange Venusaur? Why would you hit Sylveon, man? So as we're out, it looks like when we see it, yep, right here, there we go. I was just saying our team does seem to have the advantage, and then right away you saw, of course, Cinderace did use a Unite on it. You know, I wasn't fully in the situation. It might have been a little bit overkill, but hey, it got us the Rotom. It is just kind of close to Zapdos time. You know, you got to be watching these sorts of things. And so anyway, ooh, man, let's go ahead and pursue. That Blastoise is going to use its Unite move. Maybe we can still stop it, you know, while it's unstoppable in the Unite move. You're not unstoppable afterwards, man. Boom! Again, I'm contributing here. It's like I just don't seem to be getting too many of those final hits on the KOs. But you can see what kind of damage I'm doing. Like, I put this in the lane of some of my strategies with Gardevoir. Like, I was always happy to be contributing a lot of damage. Gardevoir can obviously deal it, especially real big with Psyshock, Future Sight. And so there's a certain magical finesse here with Sylveon that I kind of felt with Gardevoir, although they do play, like, moderately different. And, of course, the main thing about Sylveon, again, when you're going this build, I saw one website calling it the Mystical Kisser. So, because we're running Mystical Fire, but also Draining Kiss. And so, yes, the Mystical Kisser build right now. Was hoping to put a stop to their Sylveon. It was only 10, so I was kind of... This was a little bit risky, right? Because it's like, I would definitely want to stop that if that was like a 50, a 40, or something like that. But at 10, you know, if I had died, that might not have been fully worth it, but it was okay. We got the jump on him, right? And so usually this Mystical Kisser build right now, every time I was kind of in a 1v1, which wasn't often, but when I was 1v1 versus that Sylveon, I was pretty much able to defeat it because, of course, with Draining Kiss, I'm going to get my life back. And take your life back, you should, people. I love that Draining Kiss. Now, if you wanted to go with the Calm Fires build, you know, you could run Hyper Voice, Calm Mind. Calm Mind is a buff. Hyper Voice is going to throw out sound waves in front of you. They deal damage when hit, but also each successive sound wave afterwards is going to deal increased damage as they keep hitting. So this was nice. We're going to go ahead and sneak a little 48 up in there, and I was actually very lucky once again. I was trying to be a good ally. I was like, I'm going to go back and help them out with the Zapdos. I know I will. But then they got it. So my team just gets that Zapdos. I get my 20 points, and so I can just drop them in again right away, ladies and gents. I know I wasn't always the greatest ally, but I mean, look at me. At least I'm beautiful. I'm Sylveon right here. Okay, that's not my only value to the team. Come on now. You can see this Blastoise is going to try to rapid spin, push us all around and everything. But you know what? Fairy Frolic, mother... You know. And so, ladies and gentlemen, for that orange squad, I think it's all over but the crying. I'm going to go ahead and sneak in another. We're going to get 34, of course, because double the points after the Zapdos. Berardino, you're going to try to follow me here as Sylveon, man? You know how this goes when we 1v1, son. Although... Of course. My kill gets taken from me. My assists are probably going to be just through the roof. And so it goes back to what I was saying before, really, is just kind of the best summarization. Sylveon right here, great at taking down enemies' HP over and over, maybe initiating those fights with Mystical Fire. But as far as getting that, like major damage, that one just kind of burst KO hit, that'll be a little bit harder. But again, you can do that kind of like quick, piece by piece whittling away and chipping away at their HP. Draining Kiss and Mystical Fire both. So, I mean, I had a lot of fun, you guys. We've only got about 15 seconds left right here, so this is pretty much going to solidify this matchup. We did very good, our team. We might have been playing some trash, I don't know, or we were just playing our skills pretty amazing. Although, don't pay attention to that. That would not be an indicator. It's okay, because the time's up, okay? But man, we even had a Cinder with 50 right there, like we still had some work to be putting in. And you can see pretty massive victory right here for Purple Squad, me and the Sylveon. And so yes, let's go ahead and see these final tallies. I pretty much hit the nail on the head, I guess. I got a lot of points in, which was good. Sometimes I can be bad about remembering to score and take advantage of opportunities to score. Here's the proof, of course, that the opponents are not bots, if that was needed. But you can see I got those 18 assists. It's because, while I did get the 5 KOs, a lot of those were stolen from me. And so our Absol jungler, kind of a monster right here, but you can see in the breakdown, we were pretty much ahead the whole time. And so I'll leave you with this. We can say after playing one ranked with Sylveon, first impression is, it's definitely beautiful, but every rose has its thorns.